Hi students, today I am going to discussing about center of mass concept and the problems. So already I discussed yesterday class the position of the center of mass. You can take as here m1 x1 plus m2 x2 plus and so on. By the right is here m1 plus m2 plus and so on. When the particles are at rest on the x-axis, the first particle at a distance x1 from the origin, second particle at a distance x2 from the origin. In that way, x1, x2 and so on, all of the coordinates of the first particle, second particle, third particle and so on. In that case, by same also we get the same situation. m1 by m plus m2. For example, I am taking the particles are in motion. First particle, this is the second particle. The first particle is moving with velocity v1, the second particle is moving with velocity v2. In this situation, the velocity of the center of mass of these particles, in the formula, from this RCM is equal to, you can write as a position of the first particle R1 plus position of the second particle R2 plus and so on, just only two particles. Why you can take as here m1 plus m2. Differentiate with respect to time. In that way, we get the velocity. So we can take as here the velocity of the center of mass. We can take as here m1 v1 plus m2 v2 by m1 plus m2. Here v1 v2 are the velocities of these two particles. Velocity is a vector, so v1 bar. Here also v2 bar. Here also velocity of center of mass. If two particles are in same direction, then we can take as here VCM is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2 by m1 plus m. For example, the particles are here, particles v1 and v2, both are in same direction, then you get the VCM. Two particles are in opposite direction, v1 bar and v2 bar. That means v1 bar like this, v2 is like this. Both are in opposite direction. In that situation, the velocity of center of mass we can write as here VCM is equal to, we get here minus 1. So m1 v1 minus m2 v2 by m1 plus m. If particles are traveling in different direction, so that means the first particle is moving like this, the second particle is moving like this. And v1 v2, mass of the first particle is m1, mass of the second particle is m2. Here two particles are in different directions with the angle theta. In that situation, the velocity of the center of mass we can write as here VCM bar is equal to, get the value v1 v1 bar plus m2 v2 bar by, we have m1 plus m2. But here particles are not in same direction, not in opposite direction, they are at certain angle. In that situation we get here mod. So the velocity of center of mass is equal to under root of m1 v1 whole square, parallelogram vector. This is vectors. So m2 v2 square plus 2m1 v1 m2 v2 cos theta. So that is the velocity of center of mass when the two particles are traveling in different directions. For example, just consider the problem. A particle of mass m1 is present here 5 kg is moving along the x-axis with velocity 2 meter per second, and one more particle of mass m2 is moving along the y-axis of mass 2 kg. It is moving with velocity v2 equal to 3 meter per second. First particle moving along the x-axis, second particle moving along the y-axis. Then what is the velocity of center of mass of this system? These two particles center of mass is moving with certain velocity. What is the velocity? So what is the velocity of this center of mass? We see a question mark. The two particles are traveling along the x-axis and y-axis. That's why angle becomes here 90. Substitute here m1 v1. You know the value of m1 and you know the value of v1. m2 v2 cos theta means cos 90. Cos 90 becomes 0. This term becomes 0 and we get the answer. For example, they are traveling in same direction, m1 and m2. Both are traveling in same direction with velocities v1 and v2. You can use this formula and they are in same direction, it becomes r0 means 1. A square plus b square plus 2ab. A plus b whole square. Square root they cancel. Again get the same value. m1 v1 plus m2 v2 by m1 plus m2. They are traveling in opposite direction. Theta becomes 180. Cross 180 means minus 1. We get here a square plus b square minus 2ab. In the situation, the velocity of center of mass we get here minus m1 v1 minus m2 v2 by m1 plus m2. When they are in opposite direction, minus. When they are same direction, plus. If there are certain angles, then you can use this form. The same way the acceleration is also you can write as here. ACM is equal to m1 a1 plus m2 a2 by, you can write as here m1 plus m2. Acceleration also vector, so you can get here boss. When they are in same direction, two particles are moving with an acceleration a1 and a2 in the same direction, then you get the value. The acceleration of the center of mass is equal to m1 a1 plus m2 a2 by m1 plus m2. When they are in opposite direction, you get here opposite direction m1 a1 minus m2 a2 by m1 plus m2. If they are traveling with certain angle, again same concept, under root of m1 a1 square plus m2 a2 square plus 2m1 a1 m2 a2 cos theta root by this root of by get here m1 plus m2. So that is the acceleration of the center of mass of the two particles when they are traveling in different directions at an angle theta. So that is the acceleration. For example, I am going to give some concept on this velocity of center of mass and acceleration of the center of mass. A particle of mass m1 that equal 1 kg moving with velocity 5 bar, and one more particle of mass 2 kg that is moving with velocity 3 bar. That means simply here, what is the velocity of center of mass? Indirectly given 5 bar 3 bar. That means one is along the x-axis, another one is along the y-axis. In that situation, we can use the formula. The velocity of center of mass is equal to under root of m1 v1 square plus m2 v2 square v2 whole square plus 2m1 v1 m2 v2 cos theta by m1 plus m2. So that gives the magnitude of the velocity of center of mass. Here theta becomes 90. How can you say I bar j bar? Both are perpendicular to each other. One particle is moving along the x-axis, one more particle is moving along the y-axis. So you get here theta equal 0. From that, v1 means here 5, v2 means here 3. In vector notation, you can write the formula VCM bar is equal to m1 v1 bar plus m2 v2 bar by m1 plus m2. That equal to m1 means 1, 5 I bar plus m2 means 2. V2 means 3 j bar by m1 plus m2, 2 plus 1. That is what you get here 5 I bar plus 6 j bar by 3. That is the velocity of center of mass in vector notation. That is what you get here 5 by 3 I bar plus 6 by 3 j bar. So here the x coordinate of the velocity of center of mass 5 by 3. Y coordinate of the velocity of center of mass 6 by 3. So that is the velocity of center of mass in vector form. The magnitude that is called under root of you get here 5 by 3 whole square plus 6 by 3 whole square. So value, for example, it gets some value. This value also must be equal to this value. Both are same as your wish. That is the velocity of center. For example, in this concept, a particle of mass m1 2 kg is on the ground. One more particle of mass m2, I am also taking here 3 kg, that is freely dropped. When they are at rest, both are at rest, the center of mass is maybe near to 3 kg mass. Now when it is freely released, what happens? When it is moves towards this body, the center of mass also displaced by something. The velocity of center of mass is given. What is the velocity of center of mass? VCM is equal to the as m1 v1 plus m2 v2 by m1 plus m. Here v1 it is at rest 0. v2 velocity of center of mass. This is freely falling. Freely falling means initial velocity 0, but as moving downward, the velocity gradually increases. After 1 second, what is the velocity of center of mass? So v2 equal to the take as here u2 plus a t. That equal to u2 means 0 plus a 9.8. Our calculation take as here 10. Time means 1 second. So after 1 second, the velocity of the second body is equal to 10 meter per second. First body is at rest. So velocity of center of mass after 1 second, you get here m1 v1 0 plus m2 3. v2 means you get here 10 by m1 plus m2 2 plus 3. So from that you get the value 6 meter per second. For example, the same case, the body is freely falling and body is projected vertically upward with certain velocity. Body projected vertically upward with velocity and body is freely falling. In that case, same value VCM is equal to m1 u1 plus m2 u2 by m1 plus m2. So that is the velocity of center. What is the height raised by the center of mass? HCM is equal to get here u square by 2z formula prakaram QCM. That is get QCM. So the height raised by the center of mass when body projected upward and another body is freely dropped. It is projected with velocity u1 with certain velocity. In that case, you get the height raised by the center of mass. So, for example, in this way, the center of mass changes. The position of the center of mass changes when the particles are displaced from one position to another position. That means you can simply say shift of center of mass. I am going to shift of the center of mass. For example, particle of mass m1, one more particle of mass m2, the center of mass may be at this point. When this particle is displaced by distance delta x1, and this is also displaced by distance delta x2. So the displacement of the particle of the first particle delta x1, the displacement of the second particle is delta x2. Then what is the shift or what is the changing position of the center of mass? Delta x here. That equal to the delta as m1 delta x1 plus m2 delta x2 by m1 plus m2. As I said, when a first particle displaced by distance delta x1, through what distance the second particle is displaced such that the center of mass does not change its position. When its position does not change, what happens? Delta xm becomes 0. From that, you get here m1 delta x1 is equal to m2 delta x2 minus it gets opposite direction. If delta xcm is equal to 0, that means there is no shift. First particle shifted from one position to another position by a small distance delta x1. In that situation, the center of mass is also shifted like this. There is no shift. What is the distance? From what distance the second particle is moved? That is delta x2. In that case, we can write as m1 delta x1 minus m2 delta x2. For example, I am taking a y-axis, a block of mass m1 and one more block of mass m2. m1 block is raised. For example, this is 2 kg and this is I am taking as here also 2 kg, no problem. Now the first block from the ground is raised to certain height. So it is raised to certain height. Now it is at this position. What is the rising position of the center of mass? When it is shifted, the center of mass also shifted from up to or down as well. What is the rising center of mass? Shifting center of mass delta ycm is equal to the m1 delta x1 plus y1 because we are taking y-axis, m2 delta y2 by you can write as here m1 plus m2. The second body does not change its position, only the first body rises to a height 1 centimeter. What is the rising center of position of center of mass? Or what is the rising center of mass? Is it up or down? Shift delta ycm. You get here m1 2 delta by 1. The first body is shifted certain distance 1 centimeter plus m2 into delta by 2. There is no shift in center of the second. There is no shift in second body. The second body does not change its position. So we get here 0 by m1 plus m2. So we get here 2 plus 1. 3 by 4, that equal to 0.75. The shifting center of mass is 0.75. Either up or down. The first body is moving 0.6. Next, for example, when the first body is raised by a height 1 centimeter, the center of position is also shifted by 1 centimeter. For example, shifted by 1 centimeter. Through what distance the second body is displaced such that the center of mass rises by 1 centimeter. In that case, you are going to calculate due to the change of this position of the first body, the center of mass also changed by 1 centimeter. Then what is the position of the second body at this position? You can get here delta by centimeter 1 because the center of mass is raised by a certain height 1, m1 2, delta by 1 plus m2 2. What is the distance? If there is no change in second body, you get the answer. The shifting center of mass 0.75. But I am saying the center of mass is also shifted by 1 centimeter. Then what is the shift of the second body? So get here delta by 2. By m1 means 2 plus 2 from that 4 2 plus 1 3. That equal to 2 delta by 2 1 by 2. 4 minus 3, 1 is 2, 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is you get here 0.5. So the second body is displaced by a distance 0.5 when the first body rises by a height of 1 centimeter such that the shift in center of mass is 1. So that is the concept. And one more problem is there. A bomb initially at rest. I am going to the concept of internal forces. So after we discussing, we are going to the shift of center of mass. For example, that is nothing but the center of mass shifted due to by adding the mass or by adding the mass or by removing the mass. For example, just consider a ring or disc. Its center of mass is exactly at its center. The radius of the ring I am taking as here Kepler. From this disc, the disc mass m, radius r. From this, a small r, that means a disc of radius r by 2 is removed from this disc. Then automatically the center of mass is shifted to this side because the center of mass always lies at heavier mass. When removing some mass from this side, the center of mass shifted from center to this side. When you are removing mass on this some part of the disc at this side, the center of mass shifted this side. That means opposite direction. Now the center of mass shifted by small amount from here to here. What is the shift in center of mass? So just you can use the formula now. The shift in center of mass delta xm. I am going to be using the formula m1 x1 plus m2 x2 by m1 plus m2. And mass is removed. When mass is removed, you can use the formula here m1 x1 minus m2 x2 by m1 minus m2. m1 minus m2. Here m1 is initial mass. x1 is position of the center of mass of the first body. This is the second body, this is the first body. So that is exactly at this position 0. Here m2 is removed mass. m2 is here removed mass. Removed mass is total area pi square. So within the area mass is m. Per unit area mass becomes here m by pi square. I am going to calculate the m2. m2 means this area, this disc, mass of this disc. So this area m2 is equal to m by pi square. This is the mass per unit area. I am going to calculate mass of this part, removed part. Removed part radius is r by 2. So the area is pi r square. So m2 equal to m by pi r square into pi r by 2. Here m cancel, r square here, r square cancel, 2 square 4. That equal to get here m by 4. Substitute here. m2 equal to m by 4. And what is x2 here? x2 is nothing but the distance of the center of mass of the second body. That means removed part from the center. From the center of the initial body, the distance between the center of mass of the second body. Center of mass of the second body. From here to here, this is total is r. This is r by 2. This also becomes r by 2. x2 equal here r by 2. So from that, by using this form, to get the answer, m1 x1 minus m2 x2 by m1 minus m2. Here x1 is 0. That means we get here delta xm is equal to minus m2 x2 by m1 minus m2. What is your m2? Removed mass. So we can write as simply removed mass. x2 is position of the center of mass of the second body. Radius r. A disc of radius small r is removed. So from here to here, we get here capital R minus small r. That is taken as d. D is the distance between the center of mass of the first body and the center of mass of the second body. So you can take as here x2 means I am taking as here d by m1 minus m. m1 means initial mass. m2 means removed mass. So you can write as here when mass is removed, the shift in center of mass is given by minus means opposite direction. When disk is removed this side, opposite direction center of mass shifted. The center of mass shifted from here to here by m1 to delta xm. That is given by minus m removed into d. D means here distance between the center of mass of the initial body and the center of mass of the removed body. That means from here to here. In case of disk, you get here removed mass m by pi r square into pi small r square. Into d means you get here capital R minus small r by m initial capital minus m removed, or you can write as here mass of the initial body capital minus mass of the removed body m by pi r square into pi r square. Take out m. So from that you get the value. So r square of capital R square. Here also you get the capital m minus m to removed body m by pi r square into pi r square. So from that you get LCM. Take out m common. You get here pi capital R square m by pi r square into pi r square into r and small r by LCM. Take out m common. We get here pi r square minus small pi r square by, we get here pi r square. Pi r square m pi r square cancel. Take out pi common. Pi here also cancel. So from that get here r square. Sorry, we get here small r square because mass of the removed part. Small r square into capital R minus small r by capital R square minus small r square. Capital R square minus small a square minus b square. That you could get here r square into r minus r by a plus b into a minus b. R plus r into r minus r. So in this case r minus r will cancel. You get here small r square by capital R plus small r. So that is the shift in center of mass when a disc of radius small r removed from the capital. The same way you get the sphere also. In case of sphere, formula is same. Delta xm equal to minus m removed mass d by initial mass minus m removed mass. Same formula we can use here, but you get the here mass of the removed mass from the sphere of radius capital. A small sphere of radius small r is removed. Then center of mass shifted from here to here, this side. What is the shift in center of mass? Same formula, delta xm equal to removed mass into d. D is nothing but distance between the center of mass of the first body and center of mass of the second body. So this is the d. Here also you get here, but mass is, in this case we can calculate. This is the two-dimensional body. Space is the three-dimensional body. So we can get here volume concept like so mass of the removed body. Initial radius is capital. So 4 by 3 pi r cube, that is the volume of the sphere. So in this volume the mass of the sphere is capital. Per unit volume means you get here m by 4 by 3 pi r cube. In case of sphere, the shift in center of mass also you get same concept. Sphere, radius capital, small sphere of radius is removed. So this is nothing but d. Center of mass of the first body, center of mass of the second body. Distance between these two, d. D equal here get capital minus small r. M removed mass. So removed mass you get here m by 4 by 3 pi r cube. That means mass per unit volume into required volume 4 by 3 pi r cube. That is removed mass. So d equal to, we get here capital minus small. Same formula, using the same formula. What the formula? Delta xcm is equal to minus removed mass 4 by 3 pi 4 by 3 pi get cancelled. So capital M by r cube into small r cube into d, capital minus small r, by initial mass m minus m by r cube into r cube, that equal to minus m by capital R cube small r cube into capital R minus small r by LCM. M taken out, you get here r cube minus small r cube by r cube. M by r cube get cancelled. From that you get here formula r cube into r minus small r by r cube minus small r cube. You will get the minus because opposite direction. The center of mass shifted in opposite direction to removed spot. A minus b. Here a cube minus b cube. You can write as here a minus b into a square plus b square minus a. By using that form, we get the shifting center of mass in case of the disk. Same way, for example, just I have considered the square of length 2l. Square of side of length 2l. From this part is removed. Now this part is removed. Now what is the shift in center of mass in this case? Center of mass initiated at center. When this part is removed, the center of mass shifted from here to this side. Because mass is removed this side, center of mass shifted this side. What is the shift in center of mass? Using the same formula, delta xm equal to removed mass like that. This is the C1 for this part only. The center of mass is exactly here. So this is 2l. This part becomes L. So the coordinates of the center of mass here L by 2 and L by 2. So from here to here, what is the distance? The total length. This total length is, you get here, no problem, L. That is best option. L. This becomes here L by 2. Total length from here to here diagonal becomes root 2L. This part becomes root 2L by 2. This part becomes root 2L by 4. That means you get here L by 2 root 2. From here to here the distance is L by 2 root 2. So in this situation D is equal to L by root 2. Mass of the removed part. So mass of the removed part clearly know. Total mass is M. This part is removed. 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. So we get here M by 4. So the shift in center of mass is given by delta x em, or shift in center of mass is given by mass removed mass m by 4 into L by 2 root 2 by m minus m by 4. You get here 3m by 4. M by 4 cancel. LCM just one 3m by 4. 3m by 4, m by 4 cancel 3. So you get here L by 6 root. So that is the shift in center of mass. In this way, you can calculate the every problem when mass is removed. What is the shift in center of mass? So the same.